It couldn't be easier to watch Hobbymaker. You can join us on Sky, Freeview, on our website or on YouTube, so you can watch at home or on the go.
Hobbymaker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670,
Freesat Channel 807
and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone.
Good morning and welcome to Friday's edition of Wake Up with Hobbymaker. Now, do not worry, you're not on the wrong channel. It is Wake Up with Hobbymaker. I'm going to be here all throughout today with some incredible products from Crafter's Companion, including a brand new Sara Signature launch. But why am I here? Because I'm standing right here right now because I have the absolute pleasure to introduce to you the guy that's going to be leading the ship all throughout today and tomorrow, and he is our brand new 2022 Male Craft Personality of the Year. It's Mr. Dave Bradford.
Oh, man.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That was weird.
Was that weird for you?
Being
Was
introduced,
it?
yeah.
Very strange, very strange.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Oh, can I just say thank you to all of you that voted? It's come as a complete shock and complete surprise.
Not to me, it's not.
Well, yesterday I was at the NEC, and that's when I found out officially that I'd won it. And the number of people that came and said, "Oh, I voted for you, I voted for you." I must admit, I thought you were going to win. I really did. I mean, you were nominated, and you've got every reason you should have been the winner. But I tell you what,
not at all.
I'm just shocked and delighted. So thank you ever so much if you did vote. And also, it's brilliant that the channel was nominated and also got good credit too. So yeah, thank you to everybody. It means a lot. Now, the lovely thing about this is it's going to benefit you too, because the bosses, as soon as they found out what was happening, they said, "Okay, let's make Friday Dave Day."
Yes, absolutely. Celebrating Dave.
Dave Day all day. But what that means to you is that you're going to get a discount. If you use this code, Dave10, in the promo code box when you check out, you'll get another 10% off everything that you're buying from us today, on top of the already great prices that we always bring you. And we got the cap P&P, of course, of $3.95 per day, no matter how many times you order. And that's another thing that went down well with the people at the NEC yesterday. Saying that we loved it. So yeah, we got a lot of fun. We're here through until 8 o'clock this morning with Wake Up to Hobbymaker, then back this afternoon after Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker between 1 and 6. We've got some giveaways. We've got a couple of competitions going on at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. My cat Maisie's making an appearance again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've got a bit of a music quiz too a bit later on. We've got some cake. But above all, we're going to have some fun.
We are.
You're going to save some money, and we're going to have some amazing products, including, of course, Crafter's Companion for Wake Up with Hobbymaker. Now, these border dies, Craigie, these are just so versatile.
They are.
And it's not just dies. Actually, you've got stamps with these as well. And one of them is exclusive to us.
It absolutely is. So you've got your trellis, it's exclusive to Hobbymaker. Now, with these ones, these are border dies, so these are going to finish the edge of your card. Think of them as an edgeable, so to speak, but they are that border. But what you've got in each set is a sentiment. Now, you've actually got that curvature to that die cut. So that stamp, once you stamp it out, is going to stamp into that curve of your actual die cut.
Now, if I just show you the concept, you can have them as gatefolds. You can use them in all sorts of different ways. You can use them on the bottom, use them on the top, use them diagonally. That's what it's all about, the versatility, basically. And you're going to get a stamp as well as the die set. And the stamp is actually in the shape of the curve of the die. So, and actually, you can interchange the stamps with the other dies if you wanted to. So this one, first of all, is your floral. You're going to get all of these, and you're actually going to get 7 of them in total. This one, you're a superstar.
Isn't that fab?
And you get these extra dies, are they for decoupage? So
you can do. You might want to use them just separately as little elements around your card project, but some of them, decoupage over the top.
This one, with all the flourishes and the swirls, again, thinking of you. So you can use the thinking of you one on the star one if you want to, mix and match them. It's entirely up to you. This next one with the leaves is just a note to say, or a little note to say.
Isn't that a fab one? Imagine that this time of the, well, we're going into the winter now, aren't we? But your autumn colours would look beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely right. This one, I think we've just lost the stamp. There we are. Pop it back on there. A special thanks to you. And there you go. There's your florals.
It is.
Next one is your butterfly. There's so many in here.
There really is. And as you said, Dave, there's nothing stopping you from actually using, mixing and matching some of the stamps from each other. Use the die on their own. Use the stamps on their own. But of course, they work perfectly together.
And then you've got your love hearts as well. So all 7 of these are going to come as a bundle. Now, if you don't want 7, we are doing them in packs of 3. But if you go for the pack of 7, you're going to get the exclusive one that you will not get anywhere else. And that's this one, isn't it?
It is indeed. So I think if we have a look,
Climbing the Trellis.
This one here as well. There we go.
So Climbing the Trellis, this one is exclusive to us. You won't get that anywhere else. Anywhere else that stocks Gemini products, you won't find this at all, just for us exclusively here. So all 7 of them, and when you get an idea as to what you can do with them, I said to you before, you can actually use this going vertically, diagonally, as a topper, use it in the bottom of the card, use it in all sorts of ways.
You can. And the thing is as well, you know, you can make lovely cards, whether it is going to be a 4x6, maybe it's going to be 5x5, 6x6, whatever it is. You sometimes, you're going to decorate it lovely with a stamp or a topper, but you want something on the edge. You're not sure what, you just want something. And you can then be doing that, as you said there, and that actually shows it perfectly, your gatefolds, your concepts, your steppers, you can still use them in all these different ways. They're going to work perfectly with the Gemini, but these will still fit through your other die cutting machines as well. And if you do want to just cut a little strip, they're going to go through your Gemini Mini or your really small machines.
I mean, look at this one. How different's that?
Completely.
Really, really useful die. I mean, it's always lovely when you get dies that do more than one thing, but these dies can do probably 5 or 6 different things, I would have thought.
Yeah,
and that's with a bit of acetate in the middle of it. Again, a totally different way of using it. This one?
Framing them.
Yeah.
Framing them looks beautiful.
Lovely topper in the middle, and then it works on both left and right-hand side. So again, multi-seasonal these too.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And if I just actually go back to this one just here, Dave, with the decoration. So all this one here with the decoration, that's all using the elements that come as extras that you've got within each of these sets. So these little florals comes in with one of the little floral die sets. You've got the butterfly that come in with the butterfly. So you can make a really good scene with each one.
Fantastic. Well, they are available as a set of 3. If you go on the website, you'll see them in sets of 3. But if we show you the set of 7, $47.94 is not what you're going to be spending. Nowhere near. And remember, you've got the extra 10% off with Dave 10 in the promo box when you check out. $35.99 for all 7 of them. So what does that work out to? That's about £5 each, isn't it, roughly?
Gosh, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like
for
that,
4 dies, or 3 dies and a stab. $5.14, and they should be $7.99 each. Plus, you get another £3.60 off if you put Dave 10 in the promo box. So that will take it down then to about £32 and something. Pretty amazing.
Very.
Yeah.
Very. For Gemini dies.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Craig said, they will work in other machines. So if you've got a Gemini, whether it's the Gemini the A4, whether it's the Junior or the Midi or whatever, they're all going to work in there. But if you've got other machines as well, size permitting, they will work in every machine that's out there on the market.
Absolutely, they will. And the thing as well with these ones, Dave, which are lovely, is they're going to work really well with your nature garden.
Yeah.
They're going to work very well with your adorable scoreable from Hunky Dory or Personal Expressions, all these different collections you've got. Maybe a Sara Signature launch that you might just be getting very, very shortly throughout today. Just saying, they might very well work.
We've got a signature coming up in the next hour between 7 and 8. And a quick hello to all of you that I met yesterday as well at the NEC. Loads of you. I was expecting quite a few people to say, oh, I didn't realise you did a wake up to Hobbymaker. But most people that I spoke to said, oh, we always wake up with you with a cuppa in the morning, maybe from about 6:30 onwards or whatever.
What a lovely way just to wake up.
Yeah.
Watching.
We're live, we're interactive. That's another thing you all said you loved, the fact you could message in and get your message on the screen really quickly.
Yeah. Well, I always remember as well, because as you know, I'm a crafter from years and years and years. And then when you see your email or that, your question, even if it's just a question or just a comment or something, when you see it come on screen, it's an absolute buzz.
Yeah.
Or when you see your make, it's an absolute buzz.
I remember when I was a kid trying to get through on the multicoloured swap shop with Noel Edmonds on the TV.
I know about it.
Every Saturday morning I was there dialing to try and get on for probably 2 years. Never, ever even got through. So to be able to, you send us a message via our website and it be on screen within a few seconds. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I was going live and then live and kicking.
Yeah.
I was there, And then on the Sunday it changed to fully booked. I was all them. Remember them ones.
Showing my age now, aren't I? Okay, FM2054, that's the product code. Remember, we use letters and numbers here for the product code. And if you want to call the operator, remember, you have to say Dave 10 to them as well. If you're on the website, just put it into the promo box and that automatic 10% extra discount will come off. And that goes for anything that you're buying from us on our website, whether it's on TV or not. If you go to our website, hobbymaker.co.uk, everything there can also be reduced by 10% if you use the code Dave10. Right then, Craig, what are you doing first?
Let's do this. So what I've got here, Dave, is a 4x6 card. Now, when it comes to these dies, these are you know, roughly within a few millimetres or so, 1.5 inches by about 3 inches.
Okay.
So although this is going to fit onto a 6-inch card at the side of it, you can still do them onto 7 by 7 or 8 by 8, and all you're just going to do is just cut it or extend it if you want to. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to open it up. Now what we've got here, if you've never seen a border or an edgeable die, you've got the detail that cuts out. Now this one I'm using is in the foliage, and this side there is no cutting edge there, so nothing's going to cut. So if I turn that into there, it means this part is going to cut, this bit's going to stay in place.
Fair enough.
What that means as well, majority of the time at home, like myself, you'll be popping them onto the edge. However, Dave, you can go as far in or as far out as you want.
You could do it at a diagonal if you wanted to.
You can go in at a diagonal if you want to, absolutely. You can go right into there. The actual die edge ends at the top there and at the bottom. So all you need to do is visually just line it up. Doesn't match, just cut it and then just snip with your scissors.
Perfect.
That's it done.
Okay.
But we are going to go into the side. I'm going to use my glass mat to roughly line it up. And then what we can do is we can run it through our Gemini. Now, by using it in this way, it's going to go through our Junior no problem at all. However, we do have our OG Gemini, A4. That's on the show. You do get your large plates with that one, but I'm just going to use my Junior plates, and that's the good thing with being able to do that.
It goes through in half the time.
It does. It really does.
Oh, we're getting very busy for this. You're loving this offer. I'm not surprised. Plus an extra 10% off. £3.60 off £35.99. That makes it $32.39 for all 7 today because of that promo code.
So good. And the versatility
There it
when
is.
it comes to these ones really is lots that you can be doing. And then what I'm going to do here is I am going to show you. Let me just get my little pokey tool out. I've got all my tools out apart from my pokey tool.
He doesn't travel light, this guy.
I don't know. Well, if I could bring...
It's like you're going on holiday.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's always like a little holiday when I come here.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I pack everything, and if I could pack the kitchen sink, I would. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a burnish. And then what I'm going to do, Dave, is we are going to stamp the sentiment, and I'm going to be using it with one of the quick dries that we've got on the show as well.
Okay.
So this one is the grasshopper. Now, if you can only reach for one set of ink pads, we do, in another show coming up just shortly, we've got some water reactive. But when it comes to stamping, because I'm going to stamp my sentiment with a quick dry, because I'm on a non-porous surface, I can take my quick dry ink and add that onto my cardstock.
Oh, right, okay.
So yes, your quick dry is titled because it dries uber quick. So you can't do your water-based techniques with these ones here. But as I say, because we are on a non-porous surface onto my glass mat, I can pick it up with my blending tool.
But if sometimes you find that when you're stamping, your hand smudges it by mistake because the ink hasn't dried quick enough, this literally within seconds of it going on the card, it's completely dry. You're not going to smudge it at all. So it's great for using with your stamps.
You really, really are not. There's such a great collection of ink pads to have. So I'm going to use the stamp that comes with this one, and can't quite see that because it's so clear and see-through. Just a little note to say.
And any of the stamp sentiments in these packs will work with all the other dies, so you can find and use the one that's right for the occasion.
They will, they really will. And because it's a nice small one, if you've got small stamping platforms, maybe you're like me and you still like to occasionally use an acrylic block, they're going to work on them, no problem at all.
And also Crafter's Companion won lots of categories in the awards.
We did indeed, yeah.
Most ever, isn't it?
Absolutely did. Now, I know obviously the results have just been announced. I've not been in head office since the news has broke, but I know that the team will be absolutely ecstatic.
I think you won in about 5 or 6 categories.
Something like that, yeah.
Really good.
Really is. Lots of different categories that the team are so proud of. But there we go. So we've got, I could have actually just rubbed that even quicker there just to show you. But just a note to say, we've stamped that one out. I've gone in and I've inked that one up to the side. And then all that I'm going to do is, I'm not going to add lots of decoration, Dave. I'll show you with the one that I've done already. But I've taken some pattern papers that I've got at home. And in actual fact, I say at home, This is in one of the 12 by 12 bundles we've got on the show.
Oh, okay, good.
Country Lane.
Country Lanes, yep, that's in the show.
So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that one into there to cover up that side there, and let's just do one tiny little bit of decoration while we're here. That can go there. That's all that I'm going to do, but then what I will do is I'll show you my finished one. So that is how you can then be using your border die. So you've got that lovely card, pop your little sentiment into the side there, that edge. But remembering, within each of the die sets, you're getting quite a few little embellishment bits.
Yep.
So die cut them again, pop them ones through, use them to decorate. The only difference there is I used a black ink pad. This one I used the grasshopper. But that, in its simplest form, is how simple but effective these are to use.
You are going to really love the versatility of these. I mean, I think my favourite card out of all of them has to be this one. And I know this is a really popular technique to do the... Do they call it a Z card?
A Z-fold card.
Z-fold card, yeah. Really lovely. And that's using the border die, but as like a left to right rather than a bottom to top. Really, really lovely. These, again, we've used one at the top and one at the bottom. And again, you get the stamps with each and every one of them. Each stamp set is different, obviously.
It is.
And you get the extra embellishment dies on there as well. And you can use those as decoupage or just use them as extra additional forms of decoration. They're, again, being used from east to west rather than north to south. Really lovely, and the deal today is unbelievable. And it should have been $35.99, but remember that is the price if you don't use the promo code. But why wouldn't you use the promo code? It's there for everyone to use. Either say it to the operator when you dial our free phone number, just say Dave10, say that to them. You have to quote it. They will then give you £3.60 off that already reduced price. And if you do it on the website, which I know lots of you prefer to do, then it's hobbymaker.co.uk, and then there's a promo code box. I never like checking out if I haven't got a promo code.
No, I know what you mean.
When you see there's a promo code box, think, where can I get the promo code from?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Well, today, until midnight tonight, Dave10 will get you 10% off everything that's on our website as well. And if you want to email us or want to get a message to us, remember on the website there's actually a contact the studio bar. If you put a little message in there, that will go through to the gallery to Laura, and she can then put it on the screen, and we'll do that throughout the day as well. So we're having a day of celebration for you, okay? So we'll do some competitions and giveaways a bit later on. You could win £25 credit on your account in the 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock show later on today as well. So join us for as many of the shows as you possibly can. And a brand new signature launch in the next hour between 7 and 8, with a bit of a kind of Alice through the looking glass sort of feel to it. Now, we've got sets of 3 as well. So the first set is the one on the top here, I believe, which is your trellis, butterflies, and your love. So first set of 3 at the top there. Obviously, you won't get the exclusive one with this. This is just if you want the top 3. And that's $23.97, but you get another £2.40 off with the promo code, okay? So what have we got? Okay. So what it should be, you're going to get the dancing stars, yeah?
That's right.
Yes, you get
that one, yeah.
Okay, you're going to get your classic swirls, foliage, and the dancing stars. Yeah, is that right?
So the graphics are wrong, these ones are right.
Okay. So you'll get, if you go for this item number, VY2064, you'll get these 3 at the top here, which is the dancing stars, you'll get the foliage, in the foliage it's called, and you'll get this one as well, okay. So the bottom row is what's on the screen, yeah? I tell you what, let's go back to the set of, okay, that is correct. So that's the bottom row. Bottom row is correct, right, okay. So instead of the trellis, you're going to get your cute florals, okay? So that, right, okay, I hope we're not confusing you. You're going to get your cute florals, you're going to get your bonny butterflies, and you're going to get your love to you, okay? So, sorry for the confusion. Those 3 are on the screen. VY2064, ignore the graphic, that's what you're going to get if you want that 3, okay? VY2064, but it will be another £2.40 less if you put Dave10 in the promo box. Oh, that's not the final price either, okay. Okay, let's get it down even further then. Here we go. $19.99 for the 3, less another £2 off, so $17.99 it will be for those 3 with the promo code, okay? VY2064, that will get you those 3 there, So hopefully there's no confusion. And the other 3, if you want those, they'll go to the same price as well. And that's going to have the dancing stars, it's going to have the classic swirls, and it's going to have the in the foliage, okay? But I think most of you are going to go for the 7 because you're going to get that extra one, that extra exclusive one as well. And you get, of course, even more money off with the promo code today. So it's 0800 001 4433. Sorry for the confusion with that. That free phone number, talk to the operator. They'll, of course, make sure you get exactly what you want in your basket. I always say that if you're a new customer, that's what I do. Phone the free phone number. They set up an account for you then. You can do it, of course, on the website as well. Just your email address and then make up a password. It's simple as that. Right, so we've got lots more in the show. We've got Centura Pearl deals in the show. We've got that country lane pad as well. So you've got 2 12 by 12 pads. We've got that in the show as well. But we're going to use the exclusive one next.
Yeah. We're going to go in with that one next. And we're going to show you a little bit of a different way. When you say it's an exclusive here at Hobbymaker, Dave, it really is, not even from us. You can't even get it from us, from the website, our website. And with these ones as well, what you will find, if you go onto our Crafter's Companion YouTube, you will find lots of tutorials and masterclasses and step-by-steps and that.
This is the thing, Crafter's Companion never leave you high and dry. They don't say, oh, there you go, there's your dies, bye, thanks. They always back it up with YouTube videos and that sort of thing too. So have a little look. If you've got time on YouTube, you'll find loads of demos, loads of inspiration. And also, if you bought the Crafter's Companion Advent Calendar, which I know loads of you did, Craigie, in about a month's time, will be opening the window each day.
I will be.
Doing a demo?
I will be, yeah. I'm going to be doing a variety of lives and videos, so all throughout December and that. So I've been doing it for a few years now, Dave, and what we do is on the day, it's at night time, of course, here in the UK, because people watch from all over the world, because Europe have got our calendar, America's got our calendar, and then what we do is we'll open it. Some will open it with me, some just can't wait and they'll open it, like the chocolate ones, you open it earlier. And we'll craft away together. We actually make something on a daily basis. So as I say, some will be live, some will be videos, but I'll let you know on our social media what ones are which.
Fantastic.
But yeah, here we go. Let's go into climbing the trellis here. So what I've got here is a 4x6 piece of card. This is a piece of our white multi-purpose card. And I'm going to do the same as to what I've done in that last demonstration, and I'm going to pop it up to the side. Now, it's just a single piece of card. It's not a card blank. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to run this one through, and I'm going to layer up my plates and feed this one through. And because this is a border as well, earlier on I kind of touched upon in that last demo where I said you could extend it.
Yep.
And that's because it only cuts down one side, what you could do is if you've got a longer piece of cardstock, so say this cardstock was longer, what you could then do is just take the die, then bring it down to the next part, and you can just extend it if you want to. What about as well, I know obviously these aren't Christmas themed, but maybe the foliage one, maybe climbing this trellis, what you could do is if you make your own crackers, or if you buy these cracker kits and then you decorate them yourself, that's what I do. You can start to do that around the edges. So there's lots of ways other than just cards you can use them with.
Fantastic, yeah. And of course, a lot of it depends on the colours that you use. I mean,
Exactly.
if you use like green and red, it's automatically like a poinsettia, isn't it, really? So.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true. Yeah, it could be. So what I'm going to do within this one here is I'm going to go in now with my stamp. So this one, it says, if I read it back to front, this one says, happy birthday to you. So we're going to pop this one on. But I could have used this one with that last one if I wanted to.
Fair enough.
Or with one of the other ones. So I'm just going to pop that onto my stamping platform. Let's go in. I'm going for this card's kind of like a green theme. But I know I've just used the green. What else could I use? Tell you what, let's go in with a little bit of orange, because that's in one of the quick dry bundles as well.
The quick dry bundles we've got for you, there are actually 4 quick dry inks in each bundle in different colourways. They're on the website as well, and they're going to have 10% off in addition to the reduced price too. But we'll go through those in a minute for you.
So same as before, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to position that where I want that to be. And what you'll find as well, I just actually need to line up my stamp a little bit better. So let's line that one up. And what I also like with this one, when it comes to the stamps. We've not just given you the stamp on the curve. What we've actually given you is that block, that rectangle block. So as you know, if you've lined it up on any of your grids, you know that it's going to be that perfect kind of sway for it to just fit into that die-cut piece.
See, those are the things that Crafters Companion think about, you know.
Exactly.
Designed by crafters for crafters.
So if I go in, I've now got that happy
Perfect.
birthday to you. You've got the floral, but you've got that trellis work, hence why it's called climbing the trellis. And with this one, you've still got all these little bits here. Nothing stopping you fussy cutting.
No.
If you're like me and you love to fussy cut, you can do. And then what I'm actually going to do is I've taken a piece of this green card. This is from A4 bundle we've got on the show as well, Nitwit cardstock that we've got, and it's from that green card bundle.
I thought you were calling me a nitwit.
No, it's funny when I say things like that, you know, some people will go, what did you just call me there? From
None
Nitwit.
taken.
And it's actually, it's maybe a brand or a company many will be familiar with, but not in actual physical crafting products. Nitwit are a Canadian company. They're a digital company.
Oh, okay.
So they're one of those that you would buy their images on their website and then you would position them themselves on the screen, save it or print it. But what we've done is we've come into collaboration for maybe just a couple of years now, maybe not even that. So the only way you can get physical Nitwit products is from us at Crafters
brilliant.
Companion.
Okay. We've got some A4 bundles of card from Nitwit, so we'll show you that soon.
So I've done exactly the same, cut onto the edge, but what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take in my tape runner. This one's just my dotty one, Dave, because I'm going to go in with the back. What I'm going to do is I'm now just going to jump to my straight. You can use your dotty tape runner all the way round, but I do like to keep mine for just the intricate detail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a drop shadow. So I'm going to do it this way so you can see it a little bit better. But instead of dropping, so I've got a drop shadow, I'm actually just pulling it to the left-hand side. So the shadow's jumping out to the right-hand side.
Yep.
So we've then got that starting to come together. And then taking a card blank. What I've done here, this one is 4x6. And this one, I'll give you the measurements because I've stuck it all together. It is 2.5 inches by 2.5 by 5.5. And I've scored at 2.5 and then 5 inches. And what I've done is I've created my own little stepper. So I've created my stepper that we can see here. And then all that I'm going to do is if I bring in my layer here, that's going to sit just into position, just there. So I'm going to bring in...
So many ways of using these dies.
There is. There
Loads of
really
ways.
is. Lots and lots of ways in which you can use them. So what I can then do is I can pop this one into position here. And you'll see, I'm just going to get my... I've not got all the bits out. I thought I had them all out, but I didn't. I'm going to bring some of these in. And you'll see this one here is it's kind of like a stepper, an easel, but what it is, it's very dimensional. And it's going to fit into a normal 4x6 envelope.
Fabulous.
Which things like that just blow my mind as well. So pattern paper, which is actually in the Country Days paper pad we've got on the show. And then this one, I've popped a couple of gems into place. It's the same cardstock from the Nitwit collection. And then I'm going to pop this one into here. And I'm not going to decorate it with all my little bits. I'll show you the one that I've got finished. But you can see here, what I'm going to do, can I take that just, let's see, there we go, perfect. I'm going to bring this down so it all fits together into 4x6. And then if I lift this one up, all you're going to do is you're going to pop a stopper into place like this one.
Perfect.
Here, by using some of the elements that you have got in the die set. You can fussy cut little bits if you want to. That's using these little bits that come as extra.
Those
So
accent
we're
dies are really
building.
handy and
They
useful.
really are. They really are. So that is the basis of how you would then go in and finish decorating and constructing your little easel.
Now, if you're just waking up, loads of you said to me yesterday that you tune in to Wake Up with Hobbymaker every single morning, have a cup of tea, have your breakfast, watching us maybe in bed or on the sofa in your dressing gown or whatever. We're celebrating the awards today. Award-winning Crafter's Companion. We were highly commended as a channel, so Hobbymaker got highly commended in the Craft Awards. I won the Male Personality of the Year, which is still kind of sinking in. Thank you very much if you voted. So we're celebrating the awards all day today. We're going to have cake later on and giveaways and things like that.
Cake?
Competition.
Did you
Yes,
say cake?
yes, there's a massive cake in the
Oh.
fridge. And we're going to have some games a bit this afternoon as well. So join us as you can for as many of the shows as you possibly can. Now, the Nitwit, the A4 luxury cardstock from Nitwit that we were talking about, you're going to get both of these. So you're going to get the Homebody and the Kindly Thoughts collection. And as you heard Craig say, these are pretty special. It's a collaboration between Nitwit and Crafters Companions. So it's the only way you can get the physical, beautiful quality cardstock. If I just open up one of the packs here, there's 24 sheets in each. And the GSM on this is 250, so it's a lovely, lovely weight. But just so you can see the quality, I hope that comes across. There's that beautiful finish to it. But it's the colorways. That's what does it for me. The really unique and, oh, look at that rich deep blue. Isn't that beautiful? Then you've got that lovely kind of almost like, what do you call it, like a custard color? And then at the back there, you've got the green. And it's the double-sided too, double-sided cardstock. So pearlescent is what you're looking at there, 24 there. And then these colorways, this is the Homeboy collection. So these are a mixture of pinks and greens, and there's a gray in there as well. But again, it's pearlescent and double-sided. So a little bit different. Enjoy Nitwit in your cardstock. There you go. £22.49, but remember today with the discount code Dave10, it will be £2.25 less than that. So you're getting them basically for £20 and 25 pence. And then the code is for everything, absolutely everything that's on our website and in our shows today. It ends at midnight tonight, I believe. Right, now we've also got some Centura Pearl that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Now these come in bundles. You're going to get basically 10 in each colorway.
That's correct.
And let me show you, which ones do you want to do first then? The purple and the cherry. Okay, so we've got the purple, 10 sheets of the purple, and Centura Pearl, look at that. Now you can see why there's a fuss over Centura Pearl. Look at that.
Isn't it fab?
Gorgeous, really is. And you've got your cherry, so you get 10 of the purple, 10 of the cherry, you get 10 of the beautiful powder blue, and then you get 10 of the silver. Now the deal on this, $15.96 for 40 sheets, and that's what it should be. NG2008. So we're going to get that price right down. 40 sheets of Centura Pearl. We can offer it to you today for $11.97. $2.99 for 10, so 30p a sheet. But then another £2 comes off that. No, it's £1.20, sorry. Yeah, £1.20 off that price. So that takes it down then to just over £10, about £10.70 odd, and you're going to get 40 sheets of Centura Pearl with 1p and P for the whole day.
Absolutely incredible. Die cut with it, emboss with it, foil onto it, use it as your card blanks if you want to, mats and layers with it, all these different things you can absolutely do.
Now, it's not 1p and P per order, it's 1p and P all day. So if you call up in the 2 o'clock show, in the 3 o'clock show, in the 5 o'clock show today and order something else that takes your fancy, you don't have to pay the P and P again. It's 1p and P for the whole day. At midnight tonight, all your orders get collated by the computer. You get sent an email that tells you what you've ordered that day, and just 1p and P at the bottom of $3.95. Now, the other colorways we've got for you, if you want something a little bit lighter, then we've got the 10 baby pink, you've got the 10 lilac, 10 of, what's this color called?
Got the fuchsia.
Fuchsia?
Turquoise.
Turquoise,
do
sorry.
you know what it is, Dave? Is I'm looking at my fuchsia ink pad while I'm saying.
Right, I was going to say, that's not fuchsia.
Turquoise.
Okay, pink, lilac, turquoise, and you've got chocolate as well. A Centura Pearl chocolate. Ooh, that is lovely. And we'll do the same deal. $11.97, but then with another 10% off that when you check out. Dave10 is all you need to quote the operator or put in the promo box. That takes it down then by another £1.20. Not bad at all. Just over a tenner for 40 sheets of Centura Pearl, KP2091. And why not take advantage of the discount code? If maybe you're running out of your glue, you're running out of foam pads, you want to stock up on some craft tools or anything like that, take advantage of that today. That extra 10% off will not be available tomorrow, only for today as we celebrate the awards. So have a little look on our website and fill your boots. Right then, Craig.
Rightio. Let's dive straight in. Let's do another one. And this time we're going to use Love to Use. This one's got the love hearts. And then we're going to, excuse me.
Bless you.
We are going to then use it in a completely different way. So what I've got here is I've got a 6x6 card blank. And I have got my card blank, and then what I've done, using my scoreboard, I've gone in and I've scored that back on itself. So I'm just going to give them a really good burnish, just to make sure we've got it nice, crisp and clean. So what we can then do is we're going to bring in my die, and then I'm going to pop that to the side here with my low-tack tape. Let's just take that last little bit out. So for this one, what we're going to do here is I'm going to turn it on itself here, and then that means it's going to cut on the left hand side, and then it's going to stay in place on the right hand side. Okay. And what I do with this die, what I done within that last demonstration and within the first one, you can do all the same. You know what I mean? It's not as if you can only do what I'm away to do with this card with this die and not the other ones.
Now remember, the details on the screen are for our set of 7. So you're actually going to get 4 elements in each pack. You get the main die, which of course what's Craig using there. You get a couple of extra accent dies so you can decoupage with it for extra layering, that sort of thing. Plus you get a stamp, a different stamp in each pack. But you get 7 sets for £35.99 less 10%. So £3.60 off that price. It's £32.39. It's a 28-piece collection, not 24 actually. You actually get 28 pieces in total. Yeah. And one of them is exclusive, the trellis one. That you will not find anywhere else. That is just for you because you're watching us here at Hobbymaker, and you won't even get that from Crafters Companion Direct.
You won't.
So, there you go. Extra treat.
Just here. So have die cut that one out, and then what I've already done, Dave, is I've done that again. So I've got 2 of them, because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn it around on itself.
Nice.
So we can see we're getting that effect here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to give that a really good burnish again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this Centura Pearl. So this one is a fuchsia one. Right. That we've got here. I can't remember if it's in...
That's where the fuchsia came from.
That's exactly where it was. That's exactly where it's come from. I'm not sure if it's in one of the bundles we've got today, but you'll maybe have it in your stash at home, or you can change it for maybe the turquoise or chocolate brown.
Well, there are lots of Centura Pearl deals on the website, so if you're looking for, in particular, a fuchsia Centura Pearl, just look on the website under Crafters Companion, you might find it there. Should be
Have
there.
a look, yeah. And although I'm doing these with Centura Pearl, of course you can do any of your cardstock at home, whether it's a matte cardstock or any other cardstock that you've got. So we're going to take this one out and then move this one out the way, popping this bit out. And it's, in each one, it's the detail, but within the love hearts here, you've got a combination of the swirls, but then what you've got is you've got the tiny little hearts, you've got some of the solid hearts, you've got some of the little aperture hearts there, you know, so you've got a lot of scope for using them in different ways. So we're going to come back in with this one here. Let's bring back in our stamping platform, and I'm going to bring in my stamp for this one. And this one, it says, sending all my love your way. So it's a really nice one.
Yeah, and all the stamps are different. So you get 7 different stamps, 7 different dies. Well, actually, it's more than 7 dies because you get the extra 2 dies in each pack, the smaller ones.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and you can mix and match those sentiments with whichever die you want to use.
You can. You really, really can. So I've gone in with the fuchsia on my stamp here. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to lay that on flat here and then working my way in with the curvature. Let me just move that up just so we can get it relatively flat. And then we're going to pop this one up into the corner. Now, if you are investing in any of the quick dry ink pads, what you might find with certain colours, for instance, the fuchsia, it will stain your stamp.
Right.
So as long as you give it a little bit of a white, maybe you've got the clean and stamp collection we brought a couple of weeks ago, if that, give it a clean, take the excess ink off, but if the stamp still stains, don't worry about it. It won't affect any future stamping, cross-contamination, nothing.
It just means it's been used and well loved.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm going to go in with that second one that I have done, and we're going to use the fuchsia once again. So stamping that one up, but it could be heat embossing if you want to.
Yeah.
You could do your heat embossing, no problem at all. Maybe you've also got our gilding flakes from the other month. Go in with your Stay Sticky glue, stamp it, go over with your gilding flakes,
idea, yeah.
look lovely. But we've got Sending All My Love Your Way. And when we were talking about mixing and matching, what you could have done within this one card, you could have had either two separate dies and stamps, or you could have used the love hearts for both, but one stamp for one and a different stamp for another.
Good idea.
So mix them all together. So we can then go back in now, and I'm going to fold these back on themselves, these way here. And now on this one, what I'll do is I'll go in with my straight tape runner. Could be your double-sided tape, it could be your tacky glue. For speed, I'm going to go in with my tape runner. And I'm going to turn it on itself because it's easier for me to do this. And I'm going to line that up on top of each other. Press that in. So we've then got our...
You're doubling up the back as well. It makes it nice and strong and sturdy, doesn't it?
Makes it really strong and sturdy, exactly. And then we're going to make it a little bit more sturdier in a moment by bringing in a layer into the middle. So if I go in, I'm going
pink
to
is bright,
add
isn't
in-
it?
It's very bright, isn't it? It really, really is bright. I've got a funny feeling, is this in the Homebody collection from Nitwit? Or am I just imagining that?
No,
it's not.
it's not, no.
I've obviously taken it from my stash.
We've
But
got,
if I take...
I think we may have got some more Centura Pearl coming up later on today. So
I
it might be
think
there.
later on today, I think that's what it is. I think that's exactly what I've done. Taken something from someone you might see later. So what I'm going to do here, with the two that I have done, I've cut one and I've already done one earlier on. And now I'm going to go over the back. When you're adding your adhesive by doing a drop shadow, be careful because the detail's so filigree and beautiful, you just don't want to tear it. You don't want to tear any of the bits.
Treat it gently.
Treat it gently, absolutely. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on its side because it's easier for me. And then once again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a couple of millimetres, press that one in.
Yeah, because that pink is so bright, that drop shadow really stands out.
It does, it
Yeah,
does.
I love drop shadows.
And it's one of those things you don't necessarily have to do it. It's still going to look lovely without a drop shadow, but it is something I do quite a lot because it really does. It packs a punch when it comes to the detail of the die cut. So I'm going to do exactly the same here. So if I line this one up, I'm going to pop that one into place. It's me personal preference, I do a couple of millimetres. You can have it thicker if you want to, or it literally a little slither. And all that I'm then going to do is let's just put a couple of panels and I'll show you the one that I've already fully decorated. That can go into here. That can then pull the two gates together. We can go in with this one, pop this one into place, line it up, and then there we go.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Going in and seeing how you can create, there we go.
That beautiful gatefold.
Isn't it fab? But then what you can do as well is go in with the little love hearts that you've got included. So you can die cut them because you've got two really good size love hearts. And then add in your pearls into the middle. Maybe you've got little sentiments you can pop into there. But that is how you can create that one there.
Now, these border dies, as we're calling them, are so versatile. Now the boards, if you've just tuned in and you're wondering what's going on today, we're Wake Up with Hobbymaker with you till 8. Then of course Jewellery Maker and Sewing Street take over until 1 o'clock. And then we're back this afternoon, Craig and I, with fun and games to celebrate the awards all afternoon. We've got some giveaways, we've got some cake, not that probably you could have a piece, but certainly we're going to tuck in and you can see us feeding our faces.
You'll definitely see me doing that on social media,
yeah.
that's for sure.
The main thing for you today is our way of saying thank you for all the support you've given us over the last 7 months. Is we're giving you an extra 10% discount with Dave 10. Just put my name, Dave 10, in the promo code box and you'll get 10% off all of our fantastically reduced prices anyway. And if you phone the call centre, you've got to say that. You've got to quote Dave 10, otherwise they won't give you the 10% off, okay? But it's a little gift from us to you to say thank you for support, because Hobbymaker was highly commended in the awards. I won an award, Craig was nominated, Crafter's Companion have also won quite a few awards as well. So it's just a way of saying thank you for your support. And also, judging by what people were saying to me at the NEC yesterday, it seems that we're getting it right, which is fantastic.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Everyone here at Hobbymaker is just getting it absolutely spot on.
And if you want to go along to the NEC today, they asked me to mention, please do, you can turn up there, buy your tickets on the door. It's Hall 19 at the NEC in Birmingham. They're in the Christmas Hall, okay? And they'd love to see you. Liam's going to be there today. Andy, I think, is going to be there today as well. Sewing Street's there. Also, Jewellery Maker's there too. Pop along and say hello. They'd love to see you. And there's a tombola.
Is there?
Which a lot of people were winning very nice prizes on yesterday. Right, let's have a look at these border dies then, with the stamps and the extra dies that you're going to be getting. So these two separate hearts, as you saw with Craig, work wonderfully well just to add little extra embellishments and detail. You can, of course, fit them and make them decoupage over the actual main design if you want to as well. But that's going to have Sending All My Love Your Way as a stamp that fits the curve beautifully. That's the first one. Then you've got Hope You Have a Wonderful Birthday, and that is with these beautiful florals and butterflies on there as well. And again, you get an extra butterfly and an extra flower die. This one, a special note of thanks to you. That could be for anything really, couldn't it? And again, these beautiful florals that you can see there. Then we've got this one, which is very kind of autumnal with the leaves, and the words are just a little note to say, thinking of you, with the flourishes. Two more. There's your Dancing Stars with You're a Superstar. And then finally, this is the one that's exclusive to us. You won't get this anywhere else, not even from Crafter's Companion Direct. So that one is exclusive, and that's got the trellis and the flowers. Now, all 7 of these die and stamp sets are just $35.99, which is reduced as it is, okay? Really good value. But today, with £3.60 extra to come off with Dave 10, the promo code, that works out to £32.39 for all 7 of them. That is outrageous value. It really, really is. And you'll use them in loads of different ways. We can do one more quick demo, I think. If I just show you a few finished cards. And then in the next hour, we've got the launch of a brand new signature collection from award-winning Sara Davis.
Absolutely, yeah. I've not spoken to her yet, but I know she's going to be absolutely buzzing.
She's Female Crafting Personality of the Year for 2022. So well done to Sara, if you're watching. Many congratulations. And it's got an Alice Through the Looking Glass feel to it, inspired by. That's coming up in the next show, between 7 and 8. But those are just some of the ways that you can use these dies. They're absolutely magical. They really are. And I love the versatility of them too. You can even do like box lids with them.
Of course you could. Absolutely, yeah. You can do box lids. You can go around the edges. You can do apertures into the top of them. Your steppers, you know, your fold backs, your Z folds, side steppers. You can start to do your concepts. Maybe you've got your Ultimate Pro. You can start to incorporate them with your boxes, your shape cards that you do with that.
Cool. We got enough time for another demo.
I think we can do that.
And that's another thing that loads of you were saying yesterday. That you love the fact that we do loads of demos and we give a lot of time to the demos, because that's at the end of the day what you want to see. You want to see what you can do with the product and then make your mind up whether you want to buy it or not. And that's what we do here.
Well, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. It's all about seeing what you can do with them. So let's go in with Bonnie Butterflies.
Bonnie Butterflies.
This one here.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is, you'll have seen, you've maybe noticed from the first demonstration to this one, it's just taking it up a gear each time, you know. So if you just want to use them in the simplest ways, you absolutely can. But if you love to be a little bit creative and try different ways, then you go for it. As we always say as well, what's the, you know, I know we don't like waste nowadays, but what's the absolute worst thing that could happen is you pop your cardstock in the recycling. If you feel like you can't use it, pop it in the recycling and that's it. So what I've done here is I've got another piece of my white multi-purpose. I've cut it to 6 by 8 inches. And I'm not sure if you can quite see, I've drawn a pencil line aperture all the way round. So it's a 1-inch border all the way round. And I've gone into the middle here. That's because with the size of my card and by going in 1 inch all the way around, it's going to fit my die perfectly. So as we've been saying, mix and match if you want. I am going to use the same die for both bits. So what I can then do is I can then tape this one into place. And this is where, in actual fact, this is where the start of a box lid or that could stem from.
I was just thinking that.
So this could be the edges, this could be the aperture, so you can do that.
Oh, by the way, at 7, it's our Hobby Highlight, remember. The product that I was talking about, the Signature Collection box, is the Hobby Highlight for 1 day only, a special price, 7 and 3 every weekday we do that. So launch of that in about 10 minutes.
We'll go over it in more detail. What I will say, when I first heard we were doing it, I did think, is it going to be my style?
What, through the looking glass?
Yes,
Right.
Is it going to be mine? Well, you'll probably already know by now, it's all inspired by Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
Now, I'm Pinocchio, Lady and the Tramp. I know Alice in Wonderland, I know the story, but I thought, is this going to be something that's going to be me, that I'm going to want to craft with? Oh my gosh.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. When I found out I had the launch here on Hobbymaker, I was absolutely jumping with excitement because it's gorgeous.
But when you see
really
what's in it, you will be too.
So I've die cut one side here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that die again, and I'm going to turn it in on itself, and then we're going to line them ones up against my pencil line. So let's just tape that one into place. We're going to run this one through, and then that's going to then cut this one. So pop them through. So as you'll have seen, really, yeah, all these demos that I've done, they would all go through a Junior or an A5 die cutting machine.
Yep. Most die cutting machines, no problem at all. Just because they're Gemini dies, don't think they only work in Gemini machines. They work in any manual or electronic machine, size permitting.
Absolutely, they will do. So I'm going to take this one off. Now, you know, our low tack tape is good. However, the pressure of the Gemini is even more fantastic, that sometimes you just have to watch that it can catch the fibres of your card. So that's why I put my tape within the middle there, Dave, because
put it where the waste is going to be.
That's it, exactly, yeah. I'm away to then cut that one out. So what I'm going to do, you can use your craft knife and your ruler. I'm just going to go in with my little scissors here. And where I've got the 2 end joins of this die, I'm just going to cut that away. So what I'm going to do very roughly is I'm just going to get rid of that excess because it makes it easier to cut out.
Right.
So I'm going to take this one out. So roughly cut away that excess. Another one that's got lots of filigree detail. So we're just going to be careful and take that one out. And now this means it's easier now for me to neaten up. Scissors, certainly the small scissors, are my personal preference.
A trimmer would be good for that as well.
Of course, absolutely, yeah. If you've got a little V-blade trimmer, that would work really well.
And the trimmers are great when you want to kind of gut your cardstock as
well.
well.
That's it.
Save money.
And that's what I do. You know, we do have nest and die, matte and layer dies, but I do tend to use V-blade trimmer just to take out the centre. So snip that one away, following that pencil line that we can see here. We're going to snip that, take that excess out. You just need to come along, pop these little bits. But even, okay, that was the large Gemini, Dave, but that was the junior plate. So that was bang centre in the middle of the plates. I get vertical and horizontal and all that all mixed up. But look at that, that is all die cut. Right bang centre in the middle, no problem whatsoever.
I mean, you just know whenever you buy a Crafter's Companion product, it's going to do what you want it to. You know, they've had years and years and years of experience. They know what works, they know what doesn't, and they're just constantly innovating and bringing out new designs of dies and all sorts of things. So
absolutely.
That's why they've won so many awards this year.
Exactly. The Leanne and the product development team, you do. You think, well, it's for instance like Sara Signature and the box we've got coming up. Every now and again I think, how can she beat the Halloween one that we had?
Yeah.
How can she beat that? Keep coming up with it.
By the way, if you want to see the awards, if you just go to like a search engine, Google or something like that, if you just put in Crafts Beautiful Awards 2022. They'll actually come up and you can just access them that way, and that will take you to their website if you're interested. I'm not sure where they publish them actually, but anyway.
I'm not sure. You would have thought it'd probably
They'll be in the magazine, obviously, on the shelf.
Yeah, that's right. And probably be on their website and that, won't it?
Yeah.
So this time I'm going to go in with Plum Jam Quick Dry, which is in one of the bundles. And we're going to go in and then we're going to press that into place. So hope you have a wonderful birthday. I'm going to flip that one around. We're going to do that one again. So let's ink that one up. And
now, Plum Jam is in with Chinese Red, Honey Pot, which is a lovely yellowy orange, and Baby Blue. Those four together have been bundled together at a great price.
It has, and they're really good key colours to use. I was looking for my, where have I got it? Where has it gone? Here it is. I was just looking for my eraser here. We're just going to take these edges out. Of course, you're going to spend a lot more time than I am. I just want to take away those little pencil lines. And then what I'm going to do is I've created my own little card blank as well, which is here. And incidentally, although I'm using white multi-purpose, this could be your Centura Pearl if you wanted it to be. Absolutely could be.
And don't forget the deal on the Centura Pearl is awesome this morning with an extra 10% off as well. You know what? If I don't know if it's just been payday in the last week or so. If you want to do some of your Christmas shopping, today's the day to do it with the extra 10% off, because I don't know what offers we'll have between now and Christmas now, but an extra 10% off everything you need to buy, essentials or gifts. Do it.
Really good idea.
Better off in your pocket.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It really is. And I've just gone and smudged my ink into the middle there, but hey-ho. I know we're fast running out of time, so what I'll do is, if I pop this just onto the back so that you can see that aperture.
Love it.
Just shining through. And then using what we've also got on the show as well, the 12 by 12 butterfly, vintage butterfly, pop in piece of that pattern paper just to the back of it, covering that one up. And then these little butterfly dies, flower dies that you've got as extra, add them ones on. So it's now another way in which you can use them.
Oh, well, I know we've talked about it, but we haven't actually shown you details of the 12 by 12 pads. These come as a duo, don't they? Country Lane and the vintage butterflies.
Sure they do, yeah.
If you do want them, that's going to be 72 sheets. And remember, when we bundle them together, the price is brilliant. It should be $31.98, so it should be basically $15.99 per pad, which for 36 sheets is pretty good. But the price today, look at this. Wow. Oh, my word. It's like you're almost getting one for free,
That's
aren't
what
you?
it's like, isn't it? Yeah.
You get both for $16.99 and actually another $1.70 off that. So hang on, let's do the maths on that. £15.29 for 72 sheets. This is going to fly.
That's going to absolutely fly out. Two of relatively recently launched collections.
And it is absolutely a huge favourite. Country Lanes has been very, very popular. I buy a couple of these, stock up at these deals, these prices. Dave 10 is what you've got to say to the operator in the call centre, or put it in the promo box. I didn't realise it was going to go down to this price. I love the fact you've got like the old-fashioned postmarks in here as well.
That's it. It's all there. The layers done for you, the colour combinations done for you. If you want to go in and add ink, you can. Glitter, gems, pearls, flakes, you can absolutely do that, but you don't need to. It's all done for you.
$16.99 for both. That's what they should be each, or $15.99 each. And with another £1.70 to come off as well. Capped postage for the day. Remember, there we are. There it is, Dave 10. Loads of you putting these in your baskets. VJ2097. If you buy nothing else other than this today, you've got yourself an absolute bargain.
100%. Yep, definitely.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll leave the details up there. I know lots of you wake up at around about 7 a.m, or maybe you've been up since 6:30 and you're just kind of coming to. We were like that, weren't we?
Yeah, we were definitely like that.
5:30 this morning, kind of a bit of a zombie. Yeah, we're celebrating the awards all day today, and it's the promo code Dave10 for anything you want. Things that are on our website, things that are on our shows, anything at all, you will get that 10% discount by using Dave10, and just tell the operator that, and they will take the 10% off for you. Okay, we've got our Hobbymaker highlights launching today. It's the last one of the week. We do it Monday through Friday, and you're going to love it. If you love Alice in Wonderland and the Tales of Alice in Wonderland, it's inspired by that, and it's going to be amazing. See you in about 2 minutes from now.
Hi everyone, I'm Sara Davies and I'm here to tell you all about my brand new live UK tour, Craft Your Christmas. Now, if you didn't guess by the not so subtle title, Craft Your Christmas is designed to be like the ultimate seasonal experience, which is guaranteed to get you feeling really festive and totally inspired to get creative. Now, I've designed this as like the perfect girls' night out. So bring your friends, your mum, your daughter, your neighbours, whoever it is, a couple of glasses of wine and a nice meal beforehand. Come along and I promise you, not only am I going to entertain you, but I'm also going to get you feeling super creative for Christmas. So many of us dream of having like that perfect creative Christmas. Whether it's from your tablescaping, your ornaments, your decorations, how you wrap your presents, how you do crafts with the kids, I'm going to give you the tips and tricks for all of it so that you can have the best Christmas ever. So, if you want to get your tickets for Craft Your Christmas, and trust me, you will not want to miss out, they're available on ticketmaster.co.uk. Just go and search my name, Sara Davies, on the site, or of course you can have a quick little look on my website, saradavies.com, for more information. Now, that's all from me, but I really hope I get to see some of you there.
We're going
But we're going.
We're all going to the Creative Craft Show at the Birmingham NEC from Thursday the 3rd to Sunday the 6th of November.
We'll be bringing goodie bags, a tombola, and a chance for you to meet your favourite guests and presenters across all channels.
Not to mention the opportunity to shop and to be inspired by some of the best crafting brands around.
And because we're going, you can get discounted tickets of up to 40% by using the code Birmingham40.
And logging on to creativecraftshow.co.uk.
So, come and meet the family.
Between the 3rd and 6th of November at the Birmingham NEC.
At the Creative Craft Show.
See you there.
It couldn't be easier to watch Hobbymaker. You can join us on Sky, Freeview, on our website or on YouTube. So you can watch at home or on the go.
Hi everyone, we're here in Birmingham at the NEC, one of my favourite events of the year. I also look forward to this. It's opening day today. You can see everyone filing through to enjoy the Christmas section in Hall 19. That's where we are. Also there's the Creative Craft Show next door as well. But what a start to my day. I get here, and I had no idea of this. I've won the Male Crafting Personality of the Year. I've just been told. Today it gets announced and I am just beyond excited and chuffed. I just wanted to say thank you if you voted for me. I've had lots of messages from people on Facebook saying they did, and I never, ever in a million years thought I'd win it, but I have. So thank you. And tomorrow, by way of saying thanks, it's a Dave Day on Hobbymaker, all day Friday, with a special discount code just for you to say thank you. So I'll see you there tomorrow. Morning everybody. Yes, every morning we do it at 7 a.m, a Hobbymaker highlight, and we do it again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So hopefully, well, we know we have probably totally different audiences that watch the breakfast show compared to watch the afternoon show. So it gives you both a chance to see our main offer of the day. One item we've selected to be available here at Hobbymaker just for a 24-hour period. A great deal, a great theme. Now, if you love Alice in Wonderland, this is inspired by those characters and those tales. This is Through the Looking Glass. It's a signature collection from the lovely Sara Davis, the award-winning Sara Davis, crafting Female Personality of the Year. She won that yesterday. I won the male version of it yesterday, and we're celebrating the fact that, of course, Crafter's Companion have won awards as well. Hobbymaker were, of course, they were actually commended as well, which was fantastic. But we're celebrating all day with Dave 10 as the promo code, okay? That gives you another 10% off whatever price you see on the screen, whether that's the operator when you call the call center or whether it's the website when you go to hobbymaker.co.uk. Just use Dave 10, whatever price is on the screen, you'll have another 10% taken off. And we cap the P&P, remember, every day at $3.95. For no matter how many items you buy from midnight to midnight, it's only a maximum of $3.95 postage. Now, Craig's excited about this. I'm excited about it. It's a brand new signature collection from the lovely Sara, but I mean, we've all grown up with these tales of Alice and looking through the looking glass and all that sort of thing. And this is packed full of content, Craig, isn't it?
Absolutely jam-packed. You can see just from what you've seen a moment ago, what actually you're seeing right now. I'm going to show you the boards as well. We've got some finished samples we'll show you. Dave, you have got stamps, you've got dies, you've got the most beautiful printed papers, double-sided. You've got your cardstock as well. You've got charms. You've got sequins that are love hearts.
Yep.
You've got a bag of those sequins. You've got your card blanks. You've got your envelopes. You've got a teapot template. You have then got 4 additional stencils that you can ink, you can spritz, you can glitter through, you can do whatever you like through them. That's not including the 100 gems that you're getting on top of that as well. It's packed.
Is fully loaded. It really is. Now, if you love this theme, you're going to love everything about this kit. It comes beautifully boxed as well.
Does.
So if it is a gift, it's absolutely a joy to gift. $49.99. That is your price for the brand new signature collection. 200 elements plus in that box. And remember, that $49.99 is going to go down to $44.99 if you use Dave 10, that promo code. But it is loaded. It is full. It's packed. And I know Craig's going to go through the box for you now.
I am indeed. So what I'll do, so all of mine, it's still in its packet. So I'll not go through the packets because I'll go through the boards, but I'll give you that experience of opening up. You've got your Sara Signature Box. You've got it beautifully packaged when it comes to the tissue paper. A little card and just a little hi and a thank you and a welcome from Sara explaining as to why she's chosen to go through the looking glass. We open it up. So if it's for yourself, amazing. If this is going to be a gift for someone, this is just going to be the best gift that they're going to get. When we say, of course, it's inspired by Alice in Wonderland, it's through that looking glass, all of the things you may know and love from Alice in Wonderland.
Now that teapot stencil, does that make a little bag or?
It does indeed. It makes a little teapot bag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it does. We'll show you. In actual fact, Dave, I've actually left all the finished samples across there if you want to grab them just afterwards. But what you can absolutely do is you can sell your makes. You can sell them. This is a packet, the stencils. As I say, I'm going to go through it on the boards in a moment, but this is how it's all going to come together.
Look at this little teapot bag. You could put, say, some designer tea bags in there or something like that as a little gift for someone. That's really cute.
Isn't it? Really, really cute. All you're going to do is draw around it, cut it out as it is a template. What you could do if you've got a bladed machine, cutting machine, you can, of course, draw around the template, scan it in and use the blade instead of cutting with scissors.
Good idea.
You can do that, but that's included. We've got a love satin ribbon. We've got satin ribbon. We've got 3 colours, 9 reels in total, 100 gems. We've got our sequins. We've got our really heavy metal charms in here. We've got our stamps. So there's one big sheet of stamps. You've got a really lovely sentiment one I'll show you in a minute. You've got your dies, you've got your actual 8x8 pattern papers, and then you've got your cardstock as well. So this is how it's going to come. I know you're going to want to see exactly what it all looks like. So let's bring all these in to show you that visually you've seen from the side there what you're going to get. You're getting loads, but this is what you are going to get in a lot of
little
detail.
heart sequins.
Little heart sequins.
Oh, how cute.
So if you love to have your shakers, if you love to have that drink me, that eat me, you know, that theme that you're going to find, you're going to be able to use your little sequins. 10 grams of these ones. what we've got is 100 gems. Now, ours has been in transit with my bag, so that's why they're all over the place. They come nice and neat. You've got 100 of them, 3 colours. You've got 4 colours, 3 sizes. 8 metal charms. You've got 8 of them here, 4 designs, 2 of each, and in actual fact,
Solid metal.
Solid metal. So they're included as well. This is where we've got our 9 reels of ribbon that you can see here. 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 3 colours. You've got the baby blue, the white, as well as the red. Then we're going to go into the stencils here. It's always tea time.
Absolutely.
Ink through it, stencil through it, Sanntangle through it if you wanted to. You can be doing that as well. 4x6. We've got Alice in Wonderland. So that scene is done complete for you. Don't need to do anything else if you don't want to, but of course you can do.
For example, if Alice isn't appropriate for the card you're working on, you just want the key, the cat on the branch of the tree, you can just take bits out of it.
Absolutely, you can absolutely do it. You don't be afraid of stencils. You don't have to use them all. They're a card front straight away, but you can absolutely cherry pick sections. We've also got We Are All Mad Here. That's definitely us at Crafter's Companion, that's for sure.
And us here.
Definitely, yeah, I think a match made in heaven, isn't it?
Yep.
4x6, We're All Mad Here. You've got that one. Then we've also got sentiments and patterns. So this is what you're going to do exactly as you said, Dave. You're going to cherry pick sections. You're going to take your masking tape, your low tack tape, and you're going to section bits off. You've got Drink Me, you've got We're All Mad Here, and then you've also got Eat Me as well. So that's there with the different patterns. Then what we've got is this really lovely little stamp here. This is My Dream. So we can see when it comes there. I have to turn around.
I'll decide where I go from here, like that.
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it good? This is My Dream. I'll decide where we go from here, as you said, Dave, from Alice in Wonderland. So that's just one stamp. Let's show you, in actual fact, let's actually show you the other template that you've got. This is the one that you were showing a moment ago, the teapot.
Yep.
Draw around it. It's all one. Draw around it, cut it, fold it, and that's it done. Created.
Makes me think of Angela Lansbury.
Do you know something? I done a Facebook Live from home the other night showing this collection. And a lot of people said exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Maybe you want to cross it over. If you've got other elements, that sort of Beauty and the Beast themed, why not?
Why
Go
not?
for it.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go into our 13 acrylic stamps here. So Alice in Wonderland, you've got your Mad Hatters, you've got the bow, you've got the card, you've got the hand pocket watch, you've got the key, as well as these different sentiments included as well. Colour with them with your alcohol, water base, your glitters, anything you like, you can absolutely do that. 17 metal dies.
Wow.
So this is where you're going to continue that layering. So if you're going to use the stencils, you might want to do some die cutting. You've got a lot of silhouette throughout this collection as well. So you've got full-on pattern within the papers I'm away to show you, but then you can create that silhouette aspect when it comes to these dies here.
But to be fair, that box is absolutely jam-packed and loaded. And remember, although it's saying $49.99 on the screen, it is not going to be that price.
No.
Dave 10. Promo code $44.99 with your 10% discount, one P&P of $3.95. If you've already bought something, your P&P's paid for, so you can just have that as a delivered price now. And we get all these wonderful sheets of paper and card.
Not even finished there, we've still got loads and loads. 180 GSM heavyweight papers, low cardstock, 6 colours, 2 of each. So this is what you're going to find, the colours that run throughout. Your navies, your lilacs, you've got that kind of sandstone, you've got the red, the blue, as well as kind of like your mocha at the bottom there. They are double-sided in colour, so if you love your fold backs, your tea bag folding you want to do, you can absolutely do that. 8x8 in size.
What about the pattern papers
And
though?
then
Oh, look at this.
16 of your pattern papers, also 100 GSM, 8 designs, 2 of each, double-sided. Absolutely, I'm going to be saying phenomenal, gorgeous, incredible, amazing. All these words I'm absolutely going to do. So you've got your main focal design. Now, if you look really deep into the back of that pattern, that's what's then transitioned through onto the opposite side.
Right.
So it's that background, so it works well together and complements, but you've got one that's full on with the design, the teapots, the hats, the little teacups, the florals.
It's a sort of paper, every time you look at it, you see something different each time.
You absolutely do. So if you're going to put them onto an 8x8 card, great. Maybe chop it down, you can do it. Fussy cut if you want to. But then you've got your reds, you've now got your blues. Once again, all double-sided that complement beautifully as well.
Remember, as this is inspired by Alice in Wonderland, you don't have any copyright issues. This is an interpretation of that story. So you can make whatever you like and you can sell whatever you like. Maybe you're thinking about tea parties or coffee mornings for, for charitable causes. This is perfect. Maybe you want to have like an Alice in Wonderland themed, coffee morning.
You could, absolutely. Of course you could, absolutely. Get the kiddies involved in that as well. You know, maybe you are, they love the Alice in Wonderland. You know, maybe, I'm not sure, has there been a remake version of Alice in Wonderland?
Sure, actually.
Whether,
probably has been.
Whether what, there was one with Johnny Depp, wasn't there?
Yes.
So whether it is your original Alice in Wonderland that you maybe already know and love, maybe it's a more modern take, you can get the kids involved, they can play with them. Or just be like me and you just keep it for yourself. You're like, no one else is getting their hands on this.
Let me show you some of the cards that have been done here by the team. These are just gorgeous. I love the colours as well. You've got almost like an antique feel to it. And of course the iconic elements that you associate with the story, the playing cards there, the pocket watch, the top hat, and all the elements that you expect to see, you definitely can see. Very effective. Look at this with the love hearts in the mirror. And there's Alice there as a silhouette, really effective. But that's a lovely shaker box lid. And this is lovely, actually, using the stamps, we're using the stencil with black ink through it. So it's actually like a silhouette in a night scene. Really lovely. Again, colouring in the characters. It's always time for tea. This is an easel card, but again, that could be used to advertise a coffee morning. Maybe you have a get-together at work where people have a little bit of a whip round, raise money for good causes, maybe the local hospital. We're all mad here. Yeah, I think that's going to ring true for maybe many of you watching, and certainly for us here it rings true. I do love this, though. These could be table settings. You could put people's names on them.
That's a good idea.
We've actually, my favourite thing at the moment is I get through gallons of lemon green tea. So if anyone got some lemon green tea bags for me in a thing like this, that would be a gift very well received. But really cute. Yeah, absolutely love it. And then a little bit more. How lovely is that?
And
then the dies, what is technically the waste, make it into a shaker.
Yeah. With the sequence that you've got. Also to say all the dies that you've got included in here, which a lot of them you're going to be using as individual, they're going to go through your tiny machines. Yeah. Your really small machines. But then of course you can then just build, you can create that scene when it comes to your own little story, when it's coming, it's been inspired by Alice in Wonderland.
Now, for those of you that have just woken up and turned the TV on, if your alarm goes off at 7 o'clock, we're celebrating the awards, the craft awards that were officially announced yesterday. Now, in line of that fact, remember, Hobbymaker received a fantastic commendation on the awards. Craig was up for Male Personality of the Year as well. Sara Davis, she actually won Female Personality of the Year. I won the male version of it, so thank you again very much indeed if you voted. Really, really appreciate it. But of course, Crafter's Companion, I think they won about 5 or 6 categories.
Quite a few this year.
So there's a lot of celebrating to be done today. So you can celebrate with us. The way we're letting you celebrate the awards is with that promo code, Dave10, okay? That will give you 10% off no matter what you put in your basket today. That's in addition to any other discounts that we're giving you on the prices as well. And if you do call the call centre, which I know lots of you like to do to talk to a human, 0800 001 4433, just say Dave10 to them. Without you saying that, they won't give you the 10% discount. As soon as you say that, they will put the 10% discount on for you automatically. And you can use it, of course, on the website as well, hobbymaker.co.uk, and just put it in the promo code box, and that 10% will automatically come off. And that's on everything, not just on TV today, but on our website as well, with all our brilliant suppliers, whatever you're after, whatever you're needing. If you want maybe the Gemini machine, for example, on the website, get 10% off that today. But buying any big ticket products, really good idea to save that extra 10% today. I think an awful lot of people today will do their Christmas shopping with us.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Why pay 10% more tomorrow when you can get it for 10% less then?
Yeah, really good. Take advantage of that Yeah, celebrate.
Yeah, if you buy the Gemini today, that'll be another £18 off. Because it's £179.99.
True,
So,
yeah, really true, isn't it?
Now's the time to do it. Right, Craig.
Right, let's dive in here and let's do some inking. So what I've got is, I thought it was very fitting to start with. It's always tea time.
Yeah.
Because it absolutely, certainly in my life, it always is.
Me too.
So what I'm going to do here is, I've got a piece of my white multi-purpose cardstock underneath here. And then I like to create a hinge at the top, Dave. I just like to tape it down. Whether I'm using water reactive, glitter paste, anything like that, I just like to use my low tack tape and create a hinge. We do have some water reactive on the show as well. So I'm going to go in with crushed velvet. And what we can do is we can then go in with one of my blending tools, and I'm going to add my colour. So I'm going to go in predominantly with the crushed velvet.
So these inks are different to the ones we had in the earlier 6 o'clock show.
They are.
Because they were quick dry so that they wouldn't smudge. These are different. These are basically, you're like using water-based ink, aren't you?
That's it, yes. So if you love to do water techniques for bleaching, if you want to watercolour with these ones, you can absolutely do that. If you want to pop embossing powders over the top, you can do as
Brilliant.
well.
Now we've actually got a set of 4. You're going to get fuchsia, orange, frosty jade and a crushed velvet as a set of 4. They're available for you on the website right now. And again, you'll get that extra 10% off if you use the promo code Dave10.
You will indeed. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to use the parakeet as well, because this mixed with the crushed velvet, it's going to work well with the blue tones that I'm going to use within this card. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edges here. So I'm just going to go in, and at first it doesn't really look like it's doing much, but then you cross the colours together. When I lift this stencil, you'll see how effective it is. So we can then go in, add my colour all the way round, and then let me just pop these ones out the way. So if I go in and then just take a hold of the bottom, and then I'm going to lift it up. I mean, look at that. Isn't that absolutely fab? So 2 colour, even if I'd just done 1 colour, that would look absolutely fab. But then
I mean, that is a whole picture is fantastic. But if you just wanted to maybe stencil a couple of the teapots or do loads of teapots and loads of cups and saucers as the background, just take little elements and use them in whichever way you want. They're so versatile, stencils, they really are.
They really are, aren't they? They really are. What I'm just going to do, Dave, is I'm just going to go into my crafty stash here at the side of me, because I've got glitter somewhere. I thought it would be nice just to add some glitter on with our pens that we've got. We've got our glue pens.
You've got a treasure chest of
got everything.
goodies down there.
Everything.
He travels with his craft room, basically, don't you?
Basically, yeah, basically. That's what I do. Well, I actually made it easier for myself. It was a while ago. I actually, when I first joined Crafters Companion, when I was getting things, over time, I was buying 2s of everything.
Right.
So I don't need to keep packing up my craft room every time.
Gotcha.
So one set stays in my craft bag, and it just makes it a lot easier.
Brilliant. Now, these glue pens, we recently bundled these up. Now, these glue pens are brilliant, and they absolutely flew last time. We've got it on the screen now for you, 5-pack. Today, of course, you'll get another £1 off, so it's £8.99 for 5 of them. And it's a rollable glue dispenser. So now you can sign your name with glue, do fine detailing with glue, add some glitter, even maybe some of the foil that you may have got, or gilding floats, you can use those as well.
You can absolutely do that. Now, you don't have to leave the stencil in place to do this. For me, it gives me as a bit of a guide, so that's why I do like to go in while my stencil is in place. And with this, it goes on as like a baby blue colour.
Yeah.
And what will happen after quite literally a few moments, Dave, that blue will turn clear, but what will happen is it will stay sticky, completely sticky, until you put something on it. So that could be straight away, which ideally you're going to do straight away, but if you leave it an hour, a day,
It'll still be sticky.
a week, still going to be sticky.
Brilliant.
Try not to do that, because, of course, dust around the house or anything like that can be attracted to, of course, your your glue.
I just love the idea of maybe having glittery Christmas cards signed by yourself. You know, that will be impressive. How have you done that? You know,
People will wonder, yeah. And as you said, because you can, of course, write with your own handwriting if you want to, or draw around other designs, you can absolutely do that. But then if I tilt that, you can see that we're getting that sparkle. Now, you touched upon, that could be your foils, that could be your gilding flakes, that could be any of those mediums that you so wish, but of course it is good.
so it's Crafter's companion version of the glue pen, $9.99 today. It will be $8.99 with your promo code Dave10. And if you just switched on, we know in the morning show there were lots of people kind of doing all sorts of things, juggling, maybe looking after the kids, getting the breakfast ready, having a sip of tea or coffee, things going on, walking the dog. So if you didn't realise it, don't pay full price for anything today because Dave10 is your key. That is the promo code that gives you 10% off your whole order every time you check out. Now these double-sided papers are absolutely gorgeous, and they look like they're having a tea party there, don't they?
They do, yeah. I love how that the layers all been done for you. I was just checking. I've cut that to 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. The layers been done for you. The scene's been set. The scene's been created. You don't have to do any more if you don't want to, but you've got those silhouette dies included. So if you want to come and add more detail, you can do. You've got the stamps included. If you wanted to build on more when it comes to the stamps, you can do.
I think these boxes are wonderful ideas because, you know, everything has been thought through, everything is going to coordinate, everything's going to work together. You haven't got to kind of rummage in your craft room trying to find things that are going to go together.
Not at all.
It's all there.
Not at all. Now, the only reason I'm going into my tacky glue at the moment, Dave, is because of course, I've got my glitter and it's still a little bit wet. Whereas if I use my tape runner, it means I have to turn it upside down. It's going to squash it. So I'm just going in with my tacky glue for the moment and then pressing that one in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that one on into place. So we're just going to add our glue. Once again, I'm using my tacky because I don't want to smudge my glitter. And keeping this simple, keeping this one simple, stock dependent, of course. I am back at 3 o'clock with it.
Yep.
So we'll show you a variety of different ways you can use this collection between this show and the next one. But what we can then do is let's take a couple of these dies. So once again, for the first one, I'm going to keep it simple. Let's take our teacups. You've got different shaped teacups as well. You've got these tiny little love hearts in the middle as well that all die cut as apertures. And then what we can do is let's take our little key, piece of that paper that comes included as well. Let me just get my low tack tape. And I am still going to use my large Gemini. And this is where the benefit of having that pause and reverse comes in. Because although I'm using my large Gemini, I don't have to wait for that full length of it running through.
Also, can I just remind you this afternoon we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to have a couple of quizzes and a couple of chances to win £25 credit on your account. My Maisie, my cat, is making an appearance a bit later on this afternoon as well. Between 2 and 5, we've got a couple of hours of playing little games and so on, like little quizzes. So join us this afternoon to celebrate the awards. We'll give you the chance to win yourself a £25 credit twice this afternoon.
It's going to be so much
Bit of fun too.
today. It really is. What a great way to end the week. A little bit of fun while watching, crafting at home. It's the sort of thing that I do. You can be crafting away at home. Let's just pop these little bits out here. And then what I have already done beforehand, Dave, and I'm not going to do it at this demonstration because I'll show you it throughout the remaining of the shows today. I've gone in and I've already stamped out a few of the little designs, the teacup, the cake, this little cake there. It's even got Eat Me on it as well. We've got the bottle that says Drink Me. So I've stamped that one out and I've done a little bit of colouring with my tri-blends. And we will do stamping and colouring as well later on in the day. I really just wanted to show you how fab a card or a project that you could be making when it comes to this collection.
Remember, every day, weekdays, 7 o'clock, we launched our next day's hobby highlight. That's what this is today. One selected product that we think is just absolutely amazing value for money and brilliant. And it's only available for a 24-hour period. One show at 7, the last show at 3 o'clock. But of course, you can watch repeats as well. But this is it today. And with a 10% discount, it's going to be $44.99 for the kind of Alice Through the Looking Glass inspired tales. Alice, you know, is loved by generations of people. This is an inspiration taken from those tales, really, which means that you can sell what you make, which is great.
Yes, it's kind of like Sarah's take as well, and just designing it with the team and what she loved, and maybe some of the layouts she loved, the colour tones that she loved. But by going in, layering up, so I'm just going to pop one. Actually, I'm going to pop that one there, because I've got a little teacup here. If you got your hands on our new tricolour pens during birthday event, these would look fab when it comes to these ones here. These would look really, really fab. But just taking this last couple of bits, so making a focal point when it comes to that template stencil by inking up, and then I'm just going to build around with the little teacups. You can see here, it's always tea time.
And that's without really referencing the Alice connection at all.
No,
it's just
not at
basically
all.
the cups, the saucers. So that could be, like I said to you before, maybe like a fundraiser. Lots of people, especially this time of the year, are thinking about raising money for you know, all good causes and charitable causes. Whether you're doing it at home, whether you're doing it at work, maybe you want to put posters on notice boards and things like that. You know, a lot of this could be used in that way as well. But it's instantly recognisable. Maybe you've got or you've had a classic fancy dress where you've dressed up as Alice or whatever. I think it was the Loose Women on TV a couple of weeks ago for Halloween. They were all dressed up.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, I saw that. And they looked fantastic. They really did. But all of this, look, is in the box. The box, this is a signature collection. This is something Sara and Crafter's Companion do very, very well. And I know lots of you collect them because everything in the box works together to create an unmistakable tale and an unmistakable story. And you've got dies, you've got stamps, you've got papers, you've got the beautiful sequins, the heart sequins, stencils, lots and lots and lots of papers in there, some patterns, some plain, but you know, and don't forget that stencil that makes this three-dimensional teapot, I think is absolutely gorgeous. You could put a little gift inside there. We've put a couple of tea bags in there. Very inexpensive thing. You know, as a table setting, it would look good. You could put people's names on it if they have to sit in a certain place at a certain event. And again, you can actually just literally cut it out if you wanted to. And like I said before, it reminds me of Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast, Angela Lansbury sort of character, the shape of the teapot there. It's absolutely lovely. So $49.99 is the price today for the box. With over 200 elements inside it. And don't forget there's metal charms as well. You get, is it 8 metal charms?
So 8, yeah.
Yeah, 8 of them in total. And they're solid metal. Really, really lovely. You can hang them if you wanted to. You could actually use them as charms maybe on a mobile phone if you wanted to as well. You
Your
can use them in lots
jewellery
of
as
ways.
well, some of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, you got your card blanks and your envelopes there as well. And the ribbon, forgot to mention that. The whole thing is under £50, but today, and it was only decided a couple of days ago to do this, because of the awards, Dave 10 gives you another £5 off. Okay, so it takes it down from $49.99 to from $49.99 to $44.99. But you've got to put that code in the bar or in the promo code bar on the website, or you've got to say it to the operator. If they don't hear you say Dave 10, they won't take the 10% off. Okay, so that's SJ2086, the product number. Brand new today. It's our Hobbymaker highlight for today. It'll be here again at 3 o'clock this afternoon if we have any stock left. But today, it's Through the Looking Glass from Crafter's Companion, the award-winning Crafter's Companion as well. Now, I did mention today's a really good day to buy a machine because of the extra 10% off. Obviously, it's a considered purchase when you're spending over £100. Now, we don't have many of these machines left at the moment. And I talked to so many people yesterday at the NEC that have this machine and love it. It's $179.99. It's on split pay. But remember, with the 10% discount today, you can take another £18 off that price. So that will take it to $162.99, I believe. And then the split pay will be there for you as well. Is it 3 split payments? I think it is. Yeah, 3 split payments available on this. So there's the Gemini. And remember, it's a multi-purpose embossing and die cutting machine. It packs a punch. The pressure this machine delivers is absolutely incredible. It really is. And as you said, Craig said a few minutes ago, it's got the pause button, it's got the reverse button as well, which speeds up the process. And it comes with all the plates, and you do get a starter bundle of dies to get started, and an embossing folder as well. I think you get a little bit of fabric too, I believe, but it's like a welcome kit you get with it. But today, remember, you're not paying the $179.99. You're going to get it with a 10% discount by using Dave 10. It's only for today until midnight tonight, and then that offer is over. So MQ 2023, if you'd like to go for the Gemini.
Rightio. Shall we make a little teapot?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go for it. Right, let me just get my teapot template out.
I mean, the template could be Mrs. Potts, and there could be another little teapot that could be Chip. Was Chip was the cup, wasn't it?
Chip, wasn't it? Yeah. Because what you could do as well, if you wanted to, because of course I know this is then going to make like a little bag, of course, but if you draw around it, Dave, and then not obviously don't snip the stencil,
no.
But once you've cut around, if you just snip away, then you've got a single teapot as well. And this is, of course, this is Sara's, this is her interpretation of, I can't even say it's late in the day, it's very early in the morning still, of her in Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass.
But there are elements as well that make you think of other classic films like Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not Disney or anything like that, so you can sell what you make. Absolutely, you can sell what you make, because it's basically an interpretation of it. It's not the actual licensed product.
No, not at all. Because it is her interpretation, it just means you can absolutely make and sell to your heart's content.
That's good.
So all that I would do is go around that whole template. So we're going to go around with our pencil. I would absolutely recommend your pencil. Just means, of course, then any of the little lines that you may find that still appear, you can just rub them out. You can, of course, if you wanted to go in with a fine line pen or that, by all means, you absolutely can do. But we're going to go around. We're just going to draw all the way around. So I'm not going to go all the way around. But then what we've got is these little bits here, Dave, in the middle. This is actually where you're going to fold to create the little teapot box.
Right.
So all that I'm going to do is put my pencil line in as a little bit of a guide. And then all that you would then do is you would then go around with your scissors, or at this point what you could do is scan it into one of your scan machines and replicate the blade for the scissors instead.
Are you a tea drinker?
I love my tea.
Yeah.
I do. I love my tea.
Builder's tea, fancy tea?
No, so if you come to mine for a cup of tea, you will get a fresh tea bag. I'll just promise you that. For me, one tea bag will do me 2 to 3 cups because I don't like it strong.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just sit it in the cup. It doesn't sit for long because I have lots of cup of teas, you know, within like an hour I'll have another one. But, yeah, if you do come to mine, you will get a brand new unused tea bag, I promise.
Good.
But, yeah, for me, no, I do like to...
The guys here are great with me because when we're doing the afternoon shows, it's like 5 hours back to back. They keep me topped up with my lemon green tea. They're all constantly going backwards and forwards for me, so they're great. Right, yeah, what's your favourite? What's your favourite tea? Is it going to be a tea fundraiser or a coffee fundraiser that you're thinking of with this? Is it going to be that you just love the tales? And remember, this is an interpretation of. It's not officially licensed or anything like that. So basically, it's Sara and the team's interpretation of that classic story, which means that you can make and sell. Whatever the reason you need to sell, is if it's for charity or whether it's for personal profit, there's absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. But I love the fact that, you know, the signature collections, you've got everything you need in one place, luxuriously presented.
You do.
If you store it and stack it on a bookshelf, you can easily find all the signature collections that you need. You know where everything is, everything's got its place, and it all works together beautifully well.
It does, it really does. And we give you all the key colours here for you to get started with, but there's absolutely nothing stopping you, Dave, from using your own colours. You know, change the colours, use other pattern papers when it comes to your own little stash. It could be from other Sara Signature collections, Nature Garden.
Do the stamps match the size of the dies? So in other words,
the dies and the stamps are different.
They're different?
They are different,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Your dies are more of that silhouette aspect to it,
Right.
Whereas your stamps are, they're sized differently,
Right.
basically.
Gotcha.
what I know some people like them to match. For me, what I like the benefit of them being separate is because it gives you more scope. Everything's completely different size, so it means that you've got more layering that you can do, more scene building that you can do.
Different perspectives.
Different perspective. I can't even say it. I'm not even going to start. I'm not even going to bother.
Definitely. You need a cup of tea.
Definitely need tea. Yeah. Definitely need tea. So I'm going to go in now with this is our Flagstone alcohol proof ink pad. And all that I'm going to do is stamp it out with one of my stamping platforms. And even the detail that you've got from the plain cards, the shadowing, the cupcake, the wrapper, even that Eat Me with that hand-scrolled writing, absolutely to perfection. And then all that you would do is with one of your colouring mediums, you're going to come along, you're going to colour these ones in. So I've used some of my tri-blends once again because it is one of my absolute favourites. And then because in that last demonstration I cut the actual little cups, I'm not going to do that one again. Okay. But what I have done that we can just see when it comes to these ones, Dave, is I've die cut them into the blue, but then I've backed them onto the red and just fussy cut all the way around. So then that just means that we've got those little apertures popping through. So if I show you, and I wasn't even neat about that, because you don't need to be neat on the back, it's just so that that colour shines through. Now, if that was mirror card, it would look fab as well. Look fantastic. You could do that. So these bits and pieces I've stamped, I've coloured, and I've die cut. So what we're then going to do is if we bring in our little teapot now, and where I've got my 2 tabs at each side, so 4 in total, I've gone in with my red liner tape. And then what I'm going to do, I would usually assemble the design before I actually create the teapot. But what I want to do, I do purposely want to do it back to front because I want you to see how you assemble the teapot first, and then we can design over the top. So all that we're going to do is we're just going to pull one in, and then we're just going to go in with the other side. So I'm just going to pull that in. And the nature, the shape of it, it just folds in on itself. It folds in. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, and then I'm just going to tuck them ones in, pull them in, I'm going to press, and then there we go. I'm just going to go in, either with my pokey tool, my finger, and that is your little teapot that you can see here. And what you can also do, so if I go in there, I've got a shallow aperture, but I could have, that opening in the middle there, Dave, I had a little bit more scope to actually spread it out. So I would have slightly bigger opening just into the middle, so I could put maybe a few other things in there.
It's adorable, isn't it?
That's absolutely the perfect word. It is really, really is adorable. It really is.
Good news. Remember, the price you see on your screen isn't the price you're going to be paying today because of the awards and the celebration around that. We're giving you a 10% discount code. Here it is, Dave10. Put that in the promo box, say that to the operator. $49.99 magically then becomes $44.99. And I don't think we had split pay on it earlier on. It is there for you now. $22.49 will be your first split pay of 2. If you just want to pay that today and spread the cost over 4 weeks, it is there for you. So SJ2086, and that will get you your brand new Through the Looking Glass box set, and it's got everything in it you want. Everything you could ever possibly want. All the cards, the clocks, the top hats, all the things you associate with those tales that we've all grown up with over the years. You've got Sara and the team's interpretation of those tales there as well. Stamps, dies, sequins, metal charms, double-sided printed papers, which are gorgeous. You get the plain versions as well. They all tie in beautifully with the colourways. All the ribbon. You've got down the bottom there lots of stencils, including that stencil to make that wonderful three-dimensional teapot. And then you've got your card blanks down the bottom there as well. So this is the latest Sara's Signature collection. It is our Hobbymaker highlight for today. One item is picked as a favourite item for a one-day only offer every Monday through Friday. Okay, we don't do it at the weekends, but Monday through Friday, Hobbymaker highlight, 7 a.m. we launch it and we show it again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's a very special offer just for one day. And today it's going to go down to under £45 with the promo code and 2 split pays as well. And just one P&P every day of £3.95 no matter how many things you order. It's not £3.95 per order, it's £3.95 per day. So if you order 20 things between like 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening, one postage of £3.95. It's good, isn't it? Really good. Everyone was saying how much they liked that when we were at the NEC yesterday. And don't forget, the guys are at the NEC today and Saturday and Sunday. They'd love you to go along. If you've got the time or can travel to go today, or Saturday or Sunday, they'd love to see you. They're in the Christmas section. There's a craft section, Christmas section, and there's a cake show that opens today as well. We're in Hall 19 of the NEC, and they'd love to see you. You've got the tombola going on. You meet Liam today, the famous Liam, if you go down there. He'll be there. And I think Andy's there today as well, but they'd love to say hi and see you.
Rightio.
Okay.
So what we would then do is we'd take all these bits that we've die cut and then we've coloured, we're ready to go, and then we can start to assemble it. Remember, you've got the template or the stencils as well. So if you want to ink over the top of them before you assemble it, you can do that. But all that we're going to do is we're going to take all these little bits and we're now going to, instead of building our scene on our cards, we're going to start to build our scene when it comes to our little teapot. So I'm going to have this so that we've got the teapots just starting to build on top of each other.
What does that verse say? I can see the word bonkers.
It says, "You're entirely bonkers."
Okay. I didn't see that one on the stamps before.
And that's what it is. The sentiments that you've got, whether it's on the little sentiment sheet that you've got, or it's that one solo sentiment that you've got, that stamp, they're quirky, they're different. They've got some words that you maybe wouldn't necessarily see in other stamp sets, such as bonkers or we're all mad here. And they're nice. They're nice to play with. But all that I need to do is I'm just going to go into here, and then all that I'm also doing is I'm just tucking in bits.
I'm just thinking, Craig, I don't think I've ever seen the film. I think I've seen clips of it, but I've never actually sat and watched the whole thing.
The whole film.
No.
It's been years since I've seen the whole film. So I was saying earlier on, I was like Pinocchio, Lady and the Tramp. So I have seen the film.
I think I might like to see the Johnny Depp version. That's probably going to be quite deep, I would have thought.
I would have thought
Tim
so.
Burton, isn't it?
Tim Burton, yeah, Tim Burton.
But of course, this is nothing to do with the film or the franchise. There's no worry about copyright or anything like that. This is basically an interpretation of something that Sara has grown up with and loved, the Tales of Alice in Wonderland. It's not called that, it's Through the Looking Glass, but you've got elements there that are instantly recognisable, like the playing cards, the teapot, the hat, obviously the top hats.
The top hats, everything like that, they are all included. So you will, whether it's you, whether it's the recipient, your loved one, the grandkids, the grandchildren, anything like that, they're going to know instantly, absolutely know instantly.
Now these little metal charms, they're surprisingly heavy.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
They really are.
Well made.
You do get 8 in total. You get 4 designs and then you get 2 of each. I'm just trying to unclog my glue gel. It's not something that I use very often, my glue gel. So
You're more foam pads.
I am, more foam pads. So what I'm going to do, have I got my little tub here? Yes, I do. So what I'm going to do, instead of using my syringe, which when I do use glue gel, I don't actually use my syringe a lot. I usually just use my pokey tool. I'm going to touch a little bit there. Now within this little charm here, you've got the little hoops on them. So I've just fed through that 1/4 inch red satin ribbon. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to press that in. I'm going to have that so it's overhanging, but we've got our cute little teapot. And then the only thing that I'm not going to do is add little bits of your sequins. So if I turn them up, there we go. So that's what we've just done there.
How cute are they?
Building that up. But then what you can do is you can go in with that little bag of the sequins. And I say little, it's still 10 grams in there, so you're getting a lot. But if I turn this one around, this is what I mean by how. If you wanted to, before you assemble it, use the stencils that have got all the little elements that you can cherry pick from. So that's what you can do. But as you were showing earlier, little tea bags in there, just tiny little little gifts just to say thank you,
Yeah.
or not,
You could
not
put
any
some,
reason.
You could put some biscuits in there as well, couldn't you, I suppose? Some small biscuits might fit in there. Now, we've also got 2 other signature collections as well. Now, we've got one for Easter and we've got the Nutcracker, which is obviously more Christmas. So, you know, we're not wishing our days away, but with crafting, you always have to be one step ahead. You know, when did you start to think about Christmas? Was it back in June, or maybe it was a little bit later or whatever? Well, obviously Easter, around about March, April time. There's over 180 elements in this collection, which if I open it up and just show you, again, you get a lovely welcome from Sara in there. I mean, all these signature boxes have got the same very impressive impact when you open them up, because it's all tissue presented, which is really, really smart. You start off with, you get your baker's twine, you've got your pre-folded ribbons here as well. You get your organza ribbon. Here you've got a lovely selection of stamps with, you've got an Easter wreath, the words Happy Easter and so on. Lots of eggs, lots of chicks, lots of bunnies. Really cute. Tufty tails.
Tufty tails.
Brilliant. They could also be snowballs if you wanted them to be.
Yeah, they could be, couldn't they?
And then you got your dies here as well, and a stencil for your rabbits too.
No reason you couldn't use some of these with your Through the Looking Glass.
No, absolutely. Why not? Yeah, because they had a hare or a rabbit, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's obviously your beautiful cross embossing folder. Then you've got your card blanks, envelopes and card blanks as well. And then true to all the signature collection, you get a lovely selection of printed and plain papers as well. Beautiful. Now, this is UN 2010. UN 2010, that's the product code for this. And you get loads of elements in there for the price. So again, if Easter is the thing that maybe you're lacking in your craft room, you're thinking I could do with maybe an Easter collection or thereabouts. UN 2010, that will get you this today. And do remember, Dave 10, the extra 10% discount, that will get that 10% down. Even when we discount the price, that's on top of any discounted price. So this is again $49.99, or on split pay $24.99, but with your extra 10% discount, it's basically $44.99 today. That's Dave 10, UN 2010, if you want the Easter one. And to be honest, you know, before you know it, Christmas will be here, and then the next kind of milestone is Easter, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
after
it will be. It won't be long.
Now, this one is the Nutcracker. Now, bearing in mind Christmas is what, literally 7 weeks away?
Something like. Can I just say as well, Dave, this is my box. I've not been in it for a few weeks, so I don't know the state of what the inside's going to be like.
Okay.
So I'm just warning you.
315 elements. So have a little look at this. All of those printed papers. There's the Nutcracker, the poinsettia. You've got lots of printed patterns in there as well. Again, it's in really good condition, Craig.
Well, I do like to keep all my scraps and that still in the same bags. I do keep it all together. But yeah, once again, this is Sara's interpretation of the Nutcracker collection.
Yep.
So you can be making, you can be selling, of course, whether it's for yourself, charity or little profit. But
now this one's actually $44.99, so you'll get another £4.50 off that today. So just over £40 for the Nutcracker box.
yeah, that's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, really good.
Really good. And we know how much everyone loves that Nutcracker, that theme, that style. You've got everything, craft box included.
Look at all these dies as well. Loads of dies, loads of stamps. Beautiful ribbon in the festive colours. You get your gemstones as well in red, green and royal blue. Love this embossing folder. That's a swag, isn't it, over a bed?
It is.
Wow.
You'll see it, but you've got stencils that go with these, so you can layer up the ink in.
Envelopes, card blanks in different sizes, and at the bottom you get your stencils, which, as Craig quite rightly said, there we are, look, the stencils actually match the shape of the embossing folder. It's difficult to see on the camera there, but now, lots of you coming in for this as well. So basically, yeah, the stencil's there so that you can actually colour what you've embossed very, very effectively. So up the right way, Bradford, there we go. So you got that lovely kind of swag and curtain going on, that double bed in there as well. So this is the Nutcracker. If you fancy this one, $44.99 goes down to £40.49 with that extra 10% saving. Dave 10, that's all you need. Now, I've got to tell you that the Through the Looking Glass is proving very, very popular indeed. Let me just put this box back up for you. There's the Nutcracker. But the Through the Looking Glass, Sara's kind of hit the nail on the head with this. So many of you absolutely loving it. And Craig, again, could you just go through what's in the box?
Absolutely, yeah. Let's do that, Dave, because it really does show off. You know, you can see there with the setup how much that you're getting. You are getting loads and loads and loads for that price today. But you've got your gems, you've got your charms, you've got your sequins and that as well. More detail, you can see what I've got here with the boards as to exactly what you're going to be getting, including the gems. So when it comes to the gems, you've got 100 of them. So you've got 4 colours, and then you've got 3 different sizes of each of them. They are self-adhesive, and they will come on straight. Mine have been in the bag, and they're a little bit ransacked. We've got that teapot template that we used a moment ago. Then we've also got our 10 grams. So although it's 10 gram, it's still a sizable bag of your Love Heart sequins. Then we've got our stencils. So we've got our sentiments and patterns. So you can start to use your low tack tape and cherry pick sections. We are all mad here. We've got Alice in Wonderland. Once again, you can cherry pick sections to ink if you want to. It's always tea time, which is one of my favourites. We've got our 9 reels of satin ribbon here. So you've got your blue, you've got your white, you've got your red. Each of these ones here, you're getting 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Then we've got our 8 metal charms, and like I've done earlier on.
Yeah.
Really, really strong when it comes to the metal charms. 8 of them, 4 designs, 2 of each. We've then got this beautiful tiny little stamp here. This is my dream. Then we've got a full stamp set here where you've got a lot of the characters that you will know and love from that story of Alice in Wonderland. 13 of those. And then we've got 17 metal dies, which are creating a lot of these silhouette. You've got that frame, that teapot, the teacups, as well as the white rabbit. We've got our 8x8 cardstock, 180 GSM, 6 colours, 2 of each. And then what is potentially going to be everyone's favourite, 16 pattern papers, 8 designs, 2 of each. You've got loads and loads and loads. We'll go through them all again in great detail later on in the 3 o'clock show, but double-sided, absolutely fab.
Craigie, you're a star, thank you.
So are you.
You're back with me for a couple of shows this afternoon.
I am indeed.
Remember that this afternoon we're going to have even more fun. We're going to have a couple of quizzes. We're celebrating the fact that lots of us have been awarded a craft award this year, myself included. So it's a bit of a Dave day today, but you're going to benefit from it because the first thing is there's a discount. Dave 10 gives you 10% discount on the promo code box. Put that in there. Anything you put in your basket will be reduced by 10%. That's everything on our website, not just what's on TV. And we're also going to have a couple of quizzes this afternoon as well, where 2 people will win themselves a £25 credit on their Hobbymaker account as well. So let's just have a little bit of fun.
Absolutely.
On Dave's day today. Thank you.
The legend that is Dave, might I add.
Thank you ever so much for all your lovely comments as well, especially at the NEC yesterday. And if you did vote for us and Hobbymaker and for Craig and for Crafter's Companion, a massive thank you. Your support means absolutely everything. So we'll be back at 1 o'clock. Coming up next, it's Sewing Street and also Jewellery Maker, depending on which platform you're watching us on. Do join them for 5 hours of fun, and we'll see you back at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Now, Craig's back at 3 and 5.
3 and 5 o'clock, yeah.
And I'll see you at 1 o'clock. Maddie Taylor's here this afternoon as well on Dave's Day on Hobbymaker. Don't go anywhere.